We are the Church of the Larger Fellowship, a Unitarian Universalist congregation with no geographical boundary, working toward creating a global spiritual community, rooted in profound love, which cultivates wonder, imagination, and the courage to act. Adapting to the COVID-19 pandemic has been difficult for many bricks and mortar congregations. Early on in the pandemic, we were in a unique position to assist many congregations with the transition. We hosted special episodes of The View, provided advice and counseling to religious professionals, and trained congregations for live streaming worship, all while providing robust online programming for our members. From worship to covenant groups, from classes to pastoral care, and from our monthly magazine to our letter writing ministry, we have found ways to build connection and community even through the screen. We have been a model for ministry on the margins, providing services for isolated Unitarian Universalists, becoming a spiritual lifeline for our members in prison, and investing in innovative ministry. We know better than anyone how deep and meaningful connections can be formed even from a distance. Unitarian Universalists have faced many challenges in these times, and we continue to persevere and to fight for justice and equity for all people, especially during moments of crisis. We are proud to be a leader in this faith movement, and we invite you to get involved in our ministry. We strive to be a place where anyone from anywhere can find spiritual refuge anytime they need it. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Larger Fellowship. Hi!
Hi! Hey, everyone!
Hello, we are cooking again today. Chris, want to tell everyone what we're making while I'm trying to make sure
we're doing things? Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Church of the Larger Fellowship, Unitarian Universalist, CLF Connects event tonight, which is Leslie Mack's Bake Once a Week subscription box. So both Aisha, yeah, there it is. There's the recipe, Bake Once a Week. Love it. Aisha and I both subscribed to this box. It was a one-time box. I guess it's not really a subscription. Anyways, and we're so excited to make all of the goodies that were in the box and set it on our counters and looked at it, you know, every time we came into the kitchen, and then was like, yeah, I want to do that. And, you know, days went by and weeks went by and then months went by. And I happened to mention to Aisha that I still hadn't done anything with my kit, and she said, same. Yeah, because we're basically, you know, the same person, just on different sides of the continent.
We weren't baking when we had every intention, because it's a great idea.
It's fantastic. I love it. And the things that Leslie put in the box are so fantastic. I love them. And so we finally said, hey, if we make it a CLF Connect event, then we will actually do it. So we did that. And full disclosure, folks, my cocina in Puerto Rico, which is where I'm at, here in Puerto Rico, you can see it's a very small little cocina. It just has that cooktop there that you can see. See that cooktop? No oven. Completely forgot that there was no oven here. So I'm not be baking once a week. I'm still gonna have to wait to make my bake once a week. That's okay. But Aisha is gonna take us through the making of the lime sugar cookies, which is the recipe that I'm most excited about in the box.
Yes, thank you.
So what have you done?
I want to show my bald limes. Now the recipe says one, but these are small. I really like lime. So I made bold 2 limes with a zester. I actually got a zester. I'm very excited. And I want to read what Leslie wrote on this card. Oh, my oven is now preheated. Lemon is yesterday. Lime, capital Lime, is where it is at with the signature chewy sugar cookie. I love sugar cookies. Filled with fresh lime zest and the custom lime extract included in the box. So, yay. I'm actually ready to put this in where I'm trying. So the ingredients are on one side and the directions are on the other, which is awesome because then it makes it easy to not lose. And so I'm just going back and forth. Because I don't do what they do on TV, which you have everything all lined up. I've never done that. So it's probably why I don't bake that often. So here is the butter, cream cheese, sugar, vegetable oil, and I just added the egg, and I'm about to get the heavy cream. I do not have vanilla bean paste, so we're just using regular vanilla and the lime extract. So I'm going to go get I need 1 tablespoon heavy cream, half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to really put a teaspoon maybe 2 teaspoons lime extract. If you could see this is what
it looks good. It looks really good.
Looks good, right? Okay.
Really, anytime you have heavy cream involved in a recipe,
right? I'm just gonna
really can't go wrong.
You just can't go wrong. So I'm opening, which hopefully has not expired because I did not buy this anytime recently. Let's see. Let's, for fun, see what the date is on this.
Just for fun.
We're good. It's February.
Well, it's not opened.
No, that's not open. So I did buy it recently-ish. Yes.
Yeah. So that's working for you.
I got it. I think this is a teaspoon. I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody. It's wiped off.
Why do they do that? Why do they put it on there as like this printed thing that is just going to be disappeared in like you used to have the metal ones, right? For all of you folks who don't know how old we are now about to age ourselves. There didn't used to be plastic measuring cups and spoons. They used to be all metal or glass cup. And the metal ones, they had it stamped into the metal, like what it was, a teaspoon or a tablespoon or whatever. So it never went away.
You always knew.
You always knew. And now you just ran to.
I think this is a half a tablespoon, but what are you going to do? I mean, if it is, it is. I can't. This is one of those things where.
Leslie would be rolling over right now that we are being this imprecise because I've watched Leslie's Bake Once a Week. You all don't know, she's on Instagram and I think she has it on her
TikTok.
But anyways, her Bake Once a Week is so fabulous, so fun, but she has a scale. She's weighing everything in grams and she comes up with these beautiful meals. But then the Bake Once a Week things are just to die for. And if I ever make it back to Leslie's kitchen, I'm putting in a request for these cinnamon rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah, because the cinnamon rolls are the things that I really think I need.
Okay, so now I have, let's make sure I think I have everything. So I have the flour. Oh, so here is the flour, the baking soda, baking powder, salt, zest of, here it says 1 lime, I did 2. And here I have the cream cheese, the butter, the oil, the egg, the heavy cream, vanilla, and lime. Okay, we're good. So now, drum roll, please. Well, it's not really drum roll. Okay, let me make sure I am whisking this correctly. So also in the Bake Once a Week is the whisk and the, you know what this is. Yeah. Spatula. And the whisk.
I'm here for you, Aisha. I'm here for you for your color commentary needs.
This is collaborative leadership at its best here. Okay. So I think it looks pretty good. And then add flour mixture. Oh, to this. Okay, I think I have plenty of room to have the 8 cup. I'm just gonna, I don't want to lose any little bit of the whiskey. I mean,
all that yummy goodness.
I know you're not supposed to eat raw egg, but I have. Ooh. I'm excited.
Does that have the lime in it already?
This has the lime extract and the powder. Okay. I don't know if I should add more lime extract or if it'll be too limey. Ooh, or should I just squeeze in lime juice? But that's not part of the direction.
I don't think you should squeeze in the lime juice because the extract doesn't have the citrus in it, right?
I think you are right. Yeah, I have no idea. I think you're right. Ingredients, lime zest. You're right. Yeah. And alcohol.
Yeah, so.
A little more.
A little bit more.
I did more of the extract because why not? Okay. So now it says, I know how to fold in. So I'm going to now fold in the flour. Okay.
Amari says that they love your hat.
Thank you. Who was it?
Amari.
Amari. Thank you. Yes, this was a gift from, I think it was Reverend Elaine Perslew, or did I buy it? I don't know. You know when you don't remember how you got things? But I'm pretty sure Elaine gave me this. So Elaine was one of the best ministers I ever worked with. Was very into collaborative leadership. Was one of the interims when I was at a brick and mortar still. And I love this hat, and she gave it to me. Imagine if I'm making up that story and that's not what happened. No, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Well, I mean, she probably gave you something.
Well, she definitely gave me a fireman's hat. But I have a feeling I need to text her and ask her, did you give me this hat? I have her. Huh?
No, go ahead and finish.
I have her associated with this hat, and I don't remember why. I just decided she gave it to me.
That's all right. That's a rumor that we're okay. Michael Tino is also watching and said that we could counteract the lime juice with a little bit of baking soda.
Oh!
If you wanted to use the lime juice itself.
Michael literally knows everything. That's all there is to it.
Right? Well, he also is a biochemist, so, you know.
Yes, they are, aren't they? They are brilliant.
I think they're aren't they responsible for knowing how those kinds of things interact with each other? Isn't that their job?
That's what their PhD is in, how to use baking soda. No, I'm teasing Michael. It's something way more complicated that I don't even know how to pronounce.
We're just glad you're on our side, Michael, because
I mean,
the prepper in me likes knowing that Michael knows how all these things go together.
I mean, yeah, okay. So folding, it's just taking a minute. So we're gonna. When you were can I just tell you? I learned how to make pernil many years ago. It's pork shoulder, OMG, and coquito. You got the pernil in the oven, and you make the coquito. Let everyone know what I'm talking about because.
Coquito is a traditional Puerto Rican drink that is usually around the holidays. People sometimes make it for, other times, but it is so delicious. I love it so much. We make a big blender full of it usually for Christmas and New Year's. And it's a combination of coconut milk, evaporated milk, condensed sweet cream. There's cinnamon in it, vanilla in it. There is something else that I'm not remembering of the wet ingredients. Anyways, and also rum,
Is there
what's that?
Is there no egg? Is it not Puerto Rican eggnog? Is that appropriation to say that? Because that's what I used to call it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it is in that it is a drink around the same time of the year that something was not good.
That was not the cookie dough. It was like butter on my hand. And I went to lick it excited. I'm like, oh, that is not what I was expecting. Sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, and it can have egg in it. Some people do put egg in it to make the froth. But I find that just putting all of the ingredients in the stand mixer
exactly
with some ice does the froth, and then you chill it, and then you serve it. And when you serve it with a cinnamon stick and a little tiny bit of cinnamon on top of it. It is so good, my friends. just, and it just feels like Christmas and New Year's.
So good. And for those of you who eat meat, I highly recommend getting pernil recipe. Did I ever tell you my favorite cookbook is Daisy Cooks? She's a Puerto Rican chef from somewhere in, I want to say Brooklyn, but I could be wrong. It could be Queens. Anyway, one of the 5 boroughs. And she used to have a PBS show when I lived in Jersey. So I've had several of these books, so I used it so much the pages come out. But that's where I got the coquito recipe and the pernil recipe. And I made some other stuff that it's one of my absolute favorite cookbooks. It's so good. I'm going to wash my hands because I need to get which I didn't do, a baking sheet ready. So I'm doing that right now.
Catherine Drew, and I'm sorry, Catherine, I can't see your the second part of your last name. It's not showing up. She said, they said that pernil, yes, is amazing. And Michael Tino said that it is lung immunology. That's what his PhD is in.
Oh, I can pronounce that.
and in just in general says, yummy.
Okay, so now I'm going to make a little dish with sugar to roll the little balls of dough. This is also where I will not measure. I don't have the patience. Like, you're supposed to do them I guess I could do, working in batches. Divide dough into 24 pieces, about 22 tablespoons each. We're going to do a guesstimate.
We're going to eyeball it.
Rolling it. Okay, so parchment paper, I don't need to spray it. Okay, this is going to be easy. All right, let me get a plate. I'll put some sugar so I can... next year, Chris, you just need to be here with me. Both of you need to come to Seattle so we can just cook together.
I think that's the thing. I think that would be the next year's.
Right?
Yeah. That's
just okay. So now, let's see. I'm trying to.
She's rolling up. Oh, we didn't talk about your PJs.
I am wearing my Christmas pajamas.
I love it.
Yep. I got them at, I don't know if you could, there we go. I'll step back there. I got them from Target, top and bottom. And I finally found the hat that, again, the origin story, it's like a Marvel comic or, like the Thanos glove. I don't know where it got it.
I don't know. There's something there.
There's something. All right, let me think.
Folks who are watching, feel free to, share your own Christmas pajamas. When did Christmas pajamas all of a sudden become like a thing?
Probably when that dumbass elf did. That elf on a shelf is nonsense. That's probably when.
Yeah, that elf on a shelf. I successfully navigated away from that when my kids were young because it was a thing when they were younger, and I just pleaded cultural ignorance.
Yeah?
I don't know.
It's creepy. Can we talk about how creepy the whole premise is?
Yeah. I mean, well, Santa knowing whether or not you're naughty or nice is a little creepy too, but
I agree.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is a bit much.
All of it is. Okay, so I'm now dipping. I cannot wait to taste this. Okay, so I'm dipping these in can you see the sugar?
Oh, you already smashed them.
I just smashed them in my hand. I'm kind of not completely pink.
So, okay, folks, so the instructions from Leslie Mack's Bake Once a Week says that you're supposed to take a glass, such as this, like this.
Yeah.
You take the ball that she's rolled, and then use the glass to press it down. And then you take that and do what Aisha's doing right now, which is putting it into the sugar mixture. But, using your hands to smash it, why not?
I'm just wanting to cut down on steps is my thing. It's going to be, look, if they taste, I don't know. Leslie might have a little talk with me later. On the side.
Leslie, we love you. We promise.
Leslie, yeah. So I think they're going to be good. I don't know. They smell yum already, so.
I think Leslie would be the first one that would tell us that we should follow what makes us happy, and that the entire reason behind Bake Once a Week is to, have a good time, do something that you wouldn't normally do, and have fun doing it. And we need more of that in our lives, especially right now when there is just such a shit show going on outside of our doors and sometimes inside of our doors as well, is to just try and take time to pull out a recipe. It doesn't have to be the Bake Once a Week recipe. It can be any kind of recipe that you like, that you've been meaning to do for so long. And full disclosure, Aisha Instacarted her ingredients today. So you too Instacart your ingredients to your door, so that at least makes it easier. And just make something happen, because life's too short not to do the stuff that is excited and happy.
And nourishment is such a part of how we build community, and sharing, just what we make and nourishment. It's really quite beautiful. So amen to everything you said. And I'm going to see. So I think I can get a couple more cookies in. They're all different sizes, so I'm completely not.
Perfect. I love it. Catherine Drew Jen said, I told my kids Santa had an app that parents had to update. So it wasn't Santa who was spying on the kids. It was the parents who were keeping Santa up to date. I like that.
Not so confidential informants is what I'm hearing.
It's a little bit more informed consent. And I also told them Santa learned how to get down chimneys from ninjas. So I think that's brilliant. I love the interconnectedness of the ninja and the Santa story. We need more of that.
Yes. And growing up, just as a frame of reference, I thought Santa hated Muslim kids because I did not get gifts. So, all right, hold on. I'm going to wash my hands and get these in the oven. And then,
I think basically, Aisha, what you're saying is that you're owed 18 years worth of prisons?
Oh, at least, yes. I would say I would affirm and promote that. I mean, the thing is, this was the 80s. Okay, here go these cookies. Here, let me see if I could. Whoa, they almost fell out.
Oh, they're all sparkly.
Okay, see, they're like.
They are very different shapes, Aisha.
I was not kidding. I was not kidding. Okay, so I think I'll check them in about 11 minutes.
Okay.
And I always use a timer because there's no universe where I'm keeping track. So
where did the zest of the limes go?
The flour. So they went, when I whisked the flour, the baking powder, baking soda, lime zest. Learned it the hard way in my early 20s that baking powder, and baking soda are not interchangeable.
No,
they
aren't. Yeah. They need to call them something different, right?
No. Not for cookies. Not for cookies. No.
No, Tanner would just gave us a very surprised, they're not? Yeah, no, not at all. They really need to call them different things.
I mean, it's just confusing. So what happened was, and I'm trying now to remember which one I needed and which one I ended up using, but I was making chocolate chip cookies the one year I lived in North Dakota when I was 21. And I had one and not the other, and I just doubled it. So I basically made chocolate chip cake. So probably Michael will know which one I used instead of the other. So it turned into what I thought was just, I made it into little cookies, just spread out, and it was no bueno.
Yeah. No bueno.
It did not work.
So I'll give you my, Michael says that there is baking soda in baking powder, but there's also an acid for it to react with. Oh, Lord. That's a lot.
Baking soda with baking powder and an acid.
Right. No, baking soda is in baking powder, but I guess what makes it baking powder is that there's an added acid for the soda to react with.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that. So when I was making cookies for the first time as a young person, I just was using the Nestle cookie morsels.
Yes.
And so it tells you to put the wet ingredients together. First, it tells you to put the dry ingredients together and then set it aside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it tells you to put the wet ingredients together. And then the next instruction I read was to dump in the chocolate chips. So I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next instruction I read was to go ahead and put it on the tray,
Mm-hmm.
In little equal servings on the tray and cook it. So I did that. I put it in the oven. And I looked over, I was cleaning up my kitchen, and I looked over at the counter. And I'm like, I wonder what I'm supposed to do with those dry ingredients.
No! Oh, no! That's hilarious.
Yes. Yes, I had missed reading the one crucial instruction that said that you're supposed to mix the wet and the dry ingredients and then put the morsels in and then portion them out and put it and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I had successfully just put in basically like butter and egg and morsels and.
Were you able to eat it? Like I'm trying, it would make something.
No.
Oh.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that was an adventure. That was a learning moment. I'm sharing with all of you. I haven't thought about that memory in a really long time.
Yeah.
Michael says, OMG.
Okay, so this is not a baking story. This is when I was pregnant with my first child, who's now 23, who will be 24 in March. So I'm pregnant, and at the time we lived in a house where we had an island, and that dog has since passed away. Rest in peace, Chauncey. The dog bed was right next to the island, and I was stuffing a turkey. Not paying attention to what's happening, the turkey was moving as I'm stuffing it. So at one point, you see how this is going. The whole thing just went raw onto the dog bed. I did laugh because, our sense of humor is the same, like, holy shit. And then, so I pick it up quick. I, wash it as best I could. And then I thought to myself, it's Thanksgiving Day. I'm not getting another turkey. And it's cooking for like 4 hours.
What?
It's fine.
Could be fine.
We played it.
Yeah.
Everyone involved is still around.
I was just going to say, how was the aftermath of that?
And I didn't tell anyone until like years later.
Yeah.
So,
there's these moments.
Listen, I was not, and I had at that point about 10 people coming over, so there was no universe that I was starting all over and trying to find a turkey. No. So I just went with it. And then we moved the dog bed. So
I remember being at the grocery store when I first moved to Virginia, and I was looking for a ham for Easter or Thanksgiving, I can't remember. And I was used to cooking cooked ham. And evidently in the area that I live in Virginia, that's not a thing that people do. And so I was really surprised because I went to like 3 different grocery stores. They didn't have any uncooked hams. There were all of these pre-cooked, sliced, spiraled hams. I was getting really frustrated, and I called my husband on the phone, and I was saying, I don't know what to do. And this woman who was standing next to me in the grocery store, she just looked over me and said, "Oh, honey, you don't want to take that on. Just get you one of these and put whatever glaze you use for it when you cook, put it on there and put it in the oven for a couple hours. You'll be fine." And damn if she wasn't right.
Oh, good. A happy ending. I didn't know where you were going to go gone either way.
Yeah, could have. And yeah, so it just like saved so much time in our it tastes exactly the same, if not a little bit better, I do have to say. And my husband has a fantastic glaze for the ham. It's made out of Dr. Pepper, brown sugar, and Dijon mustard. It's really good. It's really, really tasty. So
I'm gonna check on the cookies. I'm listening. I'm just gonna turn the oven light on. Oh, they expanded quite a bit. I don't know what my measuring skills were. Maybe that's why I should have measured and not made so.
Well, didn't it say you were supposed to make 24?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna see. Yeah, you're right. And I still have half a bowl, so maybe I didn't count. So maybe there's 12. I'll check. Let me get out. I do have a cooling rack, so let me get my cooling rack, and then I'm gonna get a cookie sheet to put said cooling rack on.
Mm-hmm.
So
it could also be the result of the baking powder measurement situation.
I mean, I don't think I messed that up, to tell you the truth. I think it's just, well, maybe I did. There's really no telling, because I just...
Well, because we didn't know if the spoon was right?
Right. That's true about all my spoons.
The spoons that we still have, folks, is just enough spoons to be able to bring you this CLFUU event. So
there's so many layers to the spoons.
Yeah. About this much.
So I have 2 minutes left.
I invite Michael Tino on with us, and his response, or their response was, "Oh, I'm having fun in the peanut gallery."
Yay! Super fun.
They're having a good time. Just probably laughing.
I wonder how many people are on. Do we know?
Well, we've got at least 7 on Facebook, and then we've got, I think, some more in YouTube. Yeah, we've got folks.
Super fun. Yeah. After, let's see. Oh, and this weekend we're gonna make fried donuts. I'm going to a friend's house and making. Not you, Gracie. My dog is. She doesn't like when I'm online all day.
Well,
this is what she's. I know.
Good.
Somebody's got to look out for me. So she's when you all aren't doing it, she's filling in.
Joel Aruga said that they're listening to this in the car on the way home has caused them to stop in at the Waffle House before I get there.
That's awesome. That's
Joel,
awesome.
I'm a big fan of Waffle House. I think that it should be everywhere. It's so good, so fabulous. I think Waffle House, like, it should be a rule that they should just be everywhere, because it's just needed. And some days more than others, you just need a Waffle House.
I mean, listen, I love Waffle House. I only have it when I'm in the South. Okay, let's see. It doesn't say, when they're just beginning to brown. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it in for a little bit, because
what is it say to do when they're just about to brown?
What?
What is
Take
it
them out. Oh, I'm supposed to rotate the tray at 6 minutes. Whoopsie.
See, I knew there was. I thought there was an interim step. Nah, we looked at it.
Listen, I looked at them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Michael Tino says, I miss the Waffle House hash browns. I was just about to say the Waffle House hash browns are my favorite, Michael. They are my favorite.
Okay, I'm going to take the computer and show you all, because I don't know. I mean, they look great, and they're probably going to taste great, but I don't know if they're brown enough. Okay, can you see them?
Yeah, that's not brown.
They're huge.
I'm not even gonna.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we want a closer look. I know.
Do you see it?
They're Well, there's like a little tiny brown piece right in the upper second one from the upper right.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put it in for like a couple more minutes, and I think they'll be right. They're big, so I'm just gonna throw them in.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do 2 minutes. Whoops, that's not right. Okay, hold on.
Joel says that they opted for the grits at Waffle House, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Joel, yeah, my husband goes for the grits every time I do the hash browns. It's a really good marriage. It just works for us.
Love it. All right, I'm gonna pour some more sugar for the next batch.
So what are you going your beverage of choice going to be with the lime sugar cookies?
You know, I was literally just thinking that. I think just some eggnog. I bought eggnog and just plain. I'm not even gonna add anything to it. So I have eggnog. I don't even know if it goes together because I don't drink milk. The closest I drink to milk is eggnog.
Oh, okay, folks. Oh, Michael Tino says bourbon. What are some non-alcoholic suggestions from the peanut gallery as to an appropriate drink for a lime sugar cookie? Let's see what we get. Maybe we'll get some good. I was thinking like, well, no. What would be good with that? I guess tea, like some kind of tea.
Ooh, I have a bunch of tea. I love tea. I love tea and coffee. Yeah. So I have, here's a good tea that I drink often, and you will see why. Honey lavender stress relief.
You recommended that to me, and I bought a box of it, and I tried one.
I take it you were not a fan. This is like my third box, so I do like the herb half.
I should send you the rest.
You kind of should, because I will drink it. It will not. 8 seconds left. Okay, this is going to be it, because how long can cookies cook? I mean, they're kind of a little more brown. Well, I'm going to take them out, because they don't look any more brown, but I think they're more cooked.
All right, let's try it out.
Let's see.
Michael says a nice Earl Grey might be appropriate.
Yes, that's actually also one of my favorites. I like to buy the double bergamot. Hold on,
I don't drink coffee or tea, so it's just a suggestion based on what I hear other people like. Catherine Drew Jones says a nice tea or a nice light roast coffee, and big thumbs up for Michael's suggestion of the bourbon, I believe. Or maybe the Earl Grey. Who knows? Could be both. Oh, a bergamot. How the heck do you say that? A bergamot and the lime would go well.
Yeah, I think so too. These cookies expand more. I don't know why I didn't think they wouldn't have expanded, but I will. Once I get them on the rack, I'll show everybody. But they look delicious. I'm gonna let them cool before I try one. They look so good. OMG. I only have one rack though, so these have to cool, and then I gotta push them off for the next. Okay, I'm gonna show you my rack. Hold on. Can you see?
I see them.
Yeah.
There they are.
There they are. So I made one batch, and
smell.
Oh my God, they smell very sugary, like really yum sugar cookies. I'm gonna try a hot one.
Yeah.
Oh God, they're really good. I was gonna make dinner, but
just have some cookies and tea, or eggnog
in my PJs, or both.
Yeah, or both in PJs. Michael says buen provecho.
Bon provecho. They're really, they're limey. I mean,
I love lime.
They're a perfect combination of sugar cookie. They're creamy, I guess, I might have put too much of something. Who the heck knows? But it was good. It works. Whoever the heck it is, it's yummy.
I love it. It's yummy. It works. There you have it, friends. Leslie Mack's Bake Once a Week box. Lime sugar cookies from the CLF test kitchen.
I love it. You're coming back with Nailed It, and Michael and I are doing
Iron Chef.
Oh, everybody's got a vote. Did we have a vote, Tanner? What happened with that?
Tanner's going to get us the details on voting for the ingredients. And tomorrow evening, you can check out Julica, Herman de la Fuente, and myself are revisiting our competition of Nailed It, where we are both trying to recreate an ugly Christmas sweater cake. And let me tell you, it was an adventure. So I cannot wait to see what Julica came up with, because mine is well, you'll just have to turn it on.
I love it. Thank you all so much. This was super fun. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tanner, Michael, everyone who joined us.
Bye.